Okay, so this is going to be my tips on how to achieve a natural, drug-free labor and delivery. I'm just going to give everybody suggestions and tips on what helped me and a few other tips that I've heard that help a lot of women and stuff like that. So, one big huge suggestion would be to have a birth doula or some type of support person, say like a family member or your significant other, to support you throughout the process, because I find that's a major thing for a lot of women, is to be supported. I mean, you could be the type of person where you just want to be alone the whole time, so. But I mean, you never know, once you're going into it, you might want all the support you can get. Like myself, I thought I might have been the biggest bitch in the whole wide world and want to be all by myself the whole time I was laboring, because when I get sick and have colds or the flu, I want to be by myself. I don't want to be around anybody. So, but I wanted everybody around me to give me that support, so. Anyways, okay, so that's the main thing that I would highly suggest, is a birth doula. They are wonderful. I cannot express how much I love my birth doula. Next time I have a baby, I will be calling her up right away and telling her that I want her to be my birth doula again. So yeah, and Dustin was a great help, and so were my midwives. Anywho, so in early labor, what I found helped me quite a bit was to relax and keep my mind off of it and rest. So resting, you don't really need to be sleeping, but like just taking it easy, sitting around, kind of resting kind of thing, or even lying down, but not, you don't have to sleep. Because I found once I went to try to go to sleep or lie down and not do anything, my mind kept wandering and I could feel the pain more. So and keeping yourself busy. I mean, you could clean. I've heard women cleaning, so if that's what you want to do, I guess you could do that, but save all your energy for really, really laboring and then when you have to push that baby out. So that's one thing I would suggest. I played Facebook games while I was having contractions. So, and when I found that my labor was progressing more and the contractions were getting stronger, I couldn't concentrate enough to play, what was the game? Bejeweled. That was the game I was playing. I couldn't concentrate to play Bejeweled. So that's when I knew, okay, I better call the midwives and the doula. So yeah, that's one thing. Breathing. Concentrating and breathing is the biggest thing I cannot stress enough to do throughout the contractions. What helped me the most to stay on track and concentrate on breathing was having my support person or persons or people, whatever you want to say, remind me to breathe. And I had my doula actually breathe with me to remind me to breathe, so that helped so much. And when I was reading about breathing and concentrating on breathing, I was like, how can you concentrate on breathing to help you with your labor and the contractions? Like, it didn't really make sense to me, especially when you're in that much pain, but I swear it helps, because as soon as you get sidetracked and your mind starts to wander into the pain, that's when it starts to get really, really worse, and you start panicking and your breathing isn't happening properly, and then yeah, so concentrate on breathing is one major thing that you want to do. So make sure you're breathing, and you need as much oxygen going to that baby as best as you can, because they're going through the process too, right? So what else? I felt, okay, I was so hot during my labor. Even with the air conditioner on in our bedroom, I was boiling and I was sweating, and all I had was a big huge t-shirt on. And I guess my midwife figured out, she got ice cubes and put water in a bowl and got a face cloth and started like putting the like ice water on my face, and oh my gosh, did that ever feel good. So that's one thing I highly suggest as well, if you're really hot, and it helped me relax quite a bit too, so I wasn't paying attention too much about being hot. So that's one good thing. I found rocking my hips, or like rocking on my birthing ball, like on all fours, but like my upper body like over top my birthing ball, and like rocking back and forth really helped with the contractions. I like rocked with the contractions, I guess you could say. So that's one thing I suggest. They do suggest to be on all fours and stuff when you're laboring, and even when you're birthing too. So another thing, focal point. My focal point was actually my bed frame, or the headboard bed frame, whatever you want to call it. I just stared at that, and sometimes I had my eyes closed. So focal point is a good thing to have as well. Some people use pictures, some people use a dot on the wall. Whatever you want to use, go for it, really. I mean, I wasn't planning on using a focal point, really. Or maybe I was. I don't know. I can't remember what was in my birth wishes plan type of thing. But yeah, I just stared at the wood bed frame throughout contractions. So encouragement is a good thing as well. Have your support people encouraging you throughout the whole process. That's a major thing that I felt helped, made me feel like I was doing a good job and I could get through it and stuff. So yeah, and at one point throughout my labor, I think because in my bedroom it was just me, my doula, and Dustin, and the two midwives were out in the living room at the time, which is just in the room beside it, so it's not that far. They weren't that far, but I had them both come into the room while I was going through contractions, because I just needed that support. Even if they weren't encouraging me, I still wanted the presence of other women there with me, which helped me feel like I was being encouraged. So yes, that helped me as well. Also, taking baths apparently helps a lot. On the other hand, because when the midwives and my doula came, I was 6 centimeters already, so I was really up there. I did not want to move. Every time I moved, like say one contraction ended, hold on 1 second, let me check, see if this is still running. Yep, it's still running. When a contraction would end, right after, if I moved a position or I would get up to go to the bathroom, a next contraction immediately started. So I didn't want to move from my position at all. So I hated I refused to go to the bathroom while I was laboring, which I've heard having a full bladder is worse for contractions than laboring, but hey, I did not want to move. But a bath is supposed to be good. The warmth is supposed to be good for relaxing you. But yeah, like I said, I was too far ahead, I guess, to use a bath. And in early labor, I guess you could as well use the bath. I don't know why I didn't think of it. I was too busy talking to my friend Courtney on MSN in early labor. So when I was like, I don't know, maybe when I was going to 2 centimeters to like 3-4 centimeters, I was talking to her on MSN, and I was playing Facebook games again. So I didn't really use taking a bath as a technique, but you can use that too. Exercise ball, birthing ball, whatever you want to call it. I've heard standing and swaying your hips back and forth really helps, and to be honest, that didn't really help me in late labor. I felt it, sorry guys, there was something in my eye. I felt there was too much pressure down there, and I was getting too tired, and I was doing squats too, and no. Being on my hands and knees over my birthing ball, draped over my birthing ball, was the best part for me anyways. So I mean, you'll find your thing that works for you in labor too, so explore your options and different positions when you're in labor and going through contractions and stuff. So what else? Touch massage I've heard works. So if you're the type of person that likes that and it relaxes you, go with that. What else? What else do I have written down here? Oh, another big, huge thing. Believe in your body. Truly, honestly, believe in your body. Tell yourself that, like, well, I mean, you could say it out loud, but in your mind, just trust and believe in your body that it knows what it's doing. That's what I did throughout my whole labor and delivery, and I was not once stressed or freaking out or anything like that. I honestly felt so relaxed during my whole laboring and birthing process. It was crazy. Some people were, a doula I was talking to, is actually my therapist, she's a doula as well, was telling me that she thinks I probably was in labor land, I guess it was what it's called. So, can you hear Dagny? It's his grumpy time tonight. Okay, so while I got interrupted for a diaper change, I was saying believe in your body and trust it, honestly. And if you can keep telling yourself and running that through your mind while you're going through contractions and pushing the baby out, you will have a better likely chance of being relaxed and being able to handle laboring and those really strong contractions so much more. And even when they kept, Dagny's heartbeat kept dropping, I just kept telling myself, I have to be relaxed, I have to be relaxed, I can't freak out, because if I freak out and my blood pressure goes up and my stress hormones go up and that kind of thing, and I mess up my breathing, it's all going to go down the drain, and then it kind of puts it on the baby, and you don't want that to happen. So trust your body and let your body do what it's meant to be doing. It knows what it's doing, trust me. And when unnecessary medical interventions start happening, then that's when your body can't do what it's supposed to do. It gets interrupted. So and I was gonna say one more thing, but I can't remember, which is happening a lot more lately. I don't know, to be honest. Okay, so those are my tips and suggestions, and those are the things that help me most of the things that help me to achieve my natural drug-free labor. But then again, I was at home, so no drugs were available to me. But another good thing to suggest to you that are having hospital births is to tell them before you